You are playing Principal Sherilyn Thomas. You get to bring the sass on screen again. Tell me what it is that you love about this role.
I love that she's in charge, but she also has a bit of a twinkle in her eye. There's more to her than just being this tough as nails administrator. I love that she gives it to John Stamos because he comes in, Marvin Korn comes in as if he's got it all under control. And she makes it very clear, you're not in charge here. This is not your world. And, I'm a fan of John Stamos. So the fact that I get to kind of be the toughie against him is really fun. So I love that.
I like that even right out of the gate in the pilot episode, you guys are tackling issues. I mean, there's fat shaming right out of the bat. I mean, you're talking about, sexism with the girls basketball team thing. Mm-hmm. How does that feel dealing with all that?
It feels great because one, our showrunner, Dean Laurie, really listens to us and it's a collaborative experience. And I love that what we have gone through as women and what the young women on the show are going through now is finding its way into the scripts, and it's all relevant and it's all important. And it shines a light on female athletes in a way that I don't think we get celebrated. I love that I said we. I am in no way athletic at all. But the way women athletes get celebrated, I love that our show makes it a point to make sure that the fullness of who these young women are is seen. And also with Jesselyn, who plays the coach, like there's a lot of great themes that come in, and it shows that we are just like everybody else, and we just are good at what we do, and we love to be respected for that. And I love that our show shines a light on that in particular.
Well, and I love getting a chance to see the pilot because when you read the blurb about the show, you're kind of like, is this not reading the room right? And then you watch the show and you're like, I get it.
Yeah, we had a moment when just the log line came out and it looked as if our show was like, this guy's going to teach these girls. That's not what it is. Our show, what I made a point of always saying is that we give to Marvin Korn as much as he gives to us. And he is immediately seen as a bull in a china shop. And that is not the theme of the show. He's the one that's in the wrong, the way he's looking at this experience. So it's really about us getting to show everything that's beautiful about sports and being a woman and being a strong woman. And nobody gets to dictate how we move through our spaces. And that's what's beautiful about our show. And John takes his licks and keeps on ticking. And everyone on the show, every character on the show learns through this experience about second chances, about forgiveness, about listening, about realizing that you can't judge a book by its cover. It goes across the board. It's really a lovely, lovely show.
It's so fun to watch you and John on screen together too, because you're such both bright human beings and such smiley faces all the time. Was it hard to stay in character when you're both being serious?
It was. And I just joked about this, John is aware of how radiant his smile is and how his whole face becomes the sun. And so he's very careful about when he lets it out, and there was one scene, I'm not even joking. There was one scene we were doing and we were, like this, Korn and Thomas going at it. And then John, as John Stamos, just smiled at me, Yvette. And I was like, oh, it was just like, that's TV's John Stamos. And he's right across the desk from me. So yeah, no, we have a good time. And I look forward to even in the second season, seeing more of their friendship. As the series goes on, they start to become closer friends. And I love, John Stamos is one of my favorite people to act with. He's really a joy.
Well, and I must say yourself, are very good at wearing emotions on your sleeve. It's a great trait as an actress, but I bet you got you in trouble a few times when you were a little bit younger.
Yeah. I have one of those faces that I can't hide a thing. If I'm feeling it, it's coming across. It might be an eyebrow raise or a shoulder shrug. So it just worked out that I ended up being an actor because we use so much of that every day. But oh yeah, if I'm feeling something, you see it.
It's right there.
Ever since I was a kid.
What do you hope, real quickly, before we let you go, what if we hope families and kids, parents take away from the message of the show?
I think it's for parents. It's a great glimpse into what their daughters are going through and their sons. There's boys on the show too, what they're going through. And there's a lot of things that we are not aware of, that parents aren't aware of, that younger people are going through. I'm not a parent, but older people. So I hope that they watch the show with their kids. It's really, they call it a 4-quadrant show, which means everybody can find something to love in this show. And I think that's something beautiful that Disney Plus does better than most. And I want to say this while we're here. You're an amazing interviewer, Amy.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am.
I enjoy this time. I always enjoy this time. You're really good at what you do.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, it's always a pleasure talking to you. As again, you're always so bright and fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time.